Warning. The following program contains scenes which may offend some viewers. Others may experience mild discomfort, nagging backache, post-nasal drip, and delirium, followed by rapid heartbeat, swelling of the nose, throat, and abdomen, and loss of facial hair. Repeated viewing of this tape may result in the loss of one's bodily functions, redistribution of facial features, premature baldness, and a difficulty in forming simple sentences. So, if you're seriously considering a rewarding, challenging career as a lawn ornament, this is the show for you.
Can I help you? Yes, I have Amazon Prime and I'd like my free sub, please. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. You take your Amazon Prime, you link your Twitch account, then you get one free subscription to your favorite Twitch channel, like a grown man record night. I like it at Mikey Bananas. He a funny guy and a good looking too. Jay, not so much. Oh, I understand. How about some free soup then? Link Amazon Prime to your Twitch account and subscribe to Grown Men Record Night for free. You gain access to sub badges and exclusive chat emotes. Subject to credit approval, void where prohibited by law. See Twitch Broadcaster for complete details.
It's fucking weird, man.
Yeah, man, we're tripping. And here he is, Grown Man's Record Night. Mikey Bananas. You getting ready for the
Surely.
600 show? This is going to be a banger to get you prepared.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's coming up. What's up, old radios? Got two records, two radios today, no records. Got your oldest radio yet, a Zenith Transoceanic. Oh, wow. I know that radio.
I'm not familiar. Transoceanic? Is that like when we can take sailing?
Yeah, I think so. Kvitcher Stalin. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. It's been a good time, man, over on the Twitch portion of the program. Having a good time playing records, doing fucking record nighty things. Sorry, my fucking brain. Yeah, it's got the fucking shortwave on it. Man, I love a fucking shortwave. I think one of these days,
I may just the long wave.
I may just drift out in the ocean and broadcast a shortwave station, and just then one day you ain't heard from me, and that's just what it is. It's not a bad way to go out.
Right, you're like a Mary Time kind of guy.
I'm kind of a Mary Tyler Moore kind of guy.
I know you do the deep sea fishing and shit, but I don't know. Dude, I'm trying to think. I have never, other than like walking out on the beach, I've never been on a boat in the ocean waters.
I mean, I don't really do that much. I mean, I fish from the beach, but
beach or what do you do?
I've only been out
pier fishing.
I've been out like deep sea fishing a couple of times, really.
Okay.
I get seasick like a motherfucker, boy.
Oh, really? Woo! I wouldn't even know, man.
Which is ironic because I've been on boats my whole life, but something about when I can't see land, my insides do not care for that situation at all.
So maybe you're not. Well, okay, yeah.
At all.
But we have no idea what the fuck's gonna happen tonight, man. It's been going crazy in the chat.
It's a fucking crapshoot. I will tell you one thing I know for goddamn fact, and the writing's right here on the wall. What we're listening to right now, something we've not done in a long time here in the studio. Normally I'm playing digital music where we can't listen to it in the studio. but I've recently made couple of small adjustments. So you guys know I got the DJ mixer up there, and I don't like saying this because I know what people are going to say, and don't say it. So I have 2 turntables. Stop. I hate that. Hate it. I got 2 turntables. That's channel 1, channel 2. Channel 3, I got my tape deck up there, and then channel 3, I now have a CD player wired in there as well. So I can stream all that at any time. That's what we're doing tonight, so we can actually stream physical media. Even though it's record night, we can stream physical media here, stuff that wouldn't get us popped. The first thing I chose from our good pal Bill's Box of Sound, the cheese sandwich disc, which is incredible. I love this album so much, dude. This shit's so fucking cool. And
do you also like a cheese sandwich?
I do love a cheese sandwich. It's one of my favorites, actually. I feel like people put too much shit on sandwich. You can get away with just a good cheese sandwich. Yeah. You don't need a bunch of horse shit. Look at this young man right here. Look at this young man. Look at that young man right there. That guy's up to no good, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's delving into some fucking...
I'll tell you about it now.
Some hallucinogens or something.
I'm just saying. This guy's got something going on. 70 minutes you will never get back. Yeah.
Come on, man. We got it.
That's what I told
along with something else. So, complements itself.
That's what I told my JV volleyball girlfriend. That's 70 minutes you won't get back.
Damn!
But she stopped texting me last week. So, yeah, we got a big old time planned tonight. I don't know. I don't have a lot of nothing. You got some digs. You brought some digs.
I got some digs. Of course, the so to speak,
Sure.
is locked in.
Sure.
And of course, our chip chat's going to be locked in. So
this is it for the house tonight. Jay's, I don't know, fucking playing mumbly peg. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I just can't call it. To be honest with you, Jay's become a little bit of a situation.
No.
Jay's
just going through a period.
This guy's a little bit of an issue.
Maybe he'll go through menopause and then he won't have periods anymore.
Jay's a little bit of an issue at the moment, but
this whole night, man, I don't know, man. I don't know if the rails are secure. Do you need me to relight you up?
Look, I'm trying this. I went to the grocery store to get some beers and some snackies for the weekends and stuff, and they had like grocery carts filled with shit that was like not out of date, but it was like managers get it the fuck out of here bin, the closeout bin.
Closeout.
So I've never had this before. It's the Bud Light Chelada with tahini, and none of these are. If this is the shit with the tomatoes in it, I wouldn't be fucking with it. It's the non-tomato Chelada. So there's this is a lime and what is it?
Chili lime.
Chili lime. This is chili lime. There's one that's like pineapple, and there's one that's mango. There's one other one, right? That's 3.
I don't know.
3.
I mean, I had to lay off those things, man. It would have
But
been.
yeah.
It would have been a little loose. Around here.
Yeah, Jay's all right. He's just being a pussy. And then I hate to tell you, MT, there's just no cure for being a pussy, and I don't know what to do about it. No, he actually his son, I think, had his first dance tonight, and so
what was it, like a father-son dance?
No,
Did he have to go
no.
with them or something?
No, he had to go pick him up.
Okay.
But he's like, I got to pick my son up at like 9:15, and I was like, okay, 9:15.
I didn't know what kind of world we're living in if there's a father-son dance going on nowadays or not.
I told him. The reason he said that, I texted him and I was like, yo, man, because I went to the store and shit and came back. Completely forgot I didn't get any pop off. And I'm like, fuck. I was like, I'll text
And
Jay.
what is that?
Huh?
Pop off? What is that?
Lil good. But I was like, yeah, just since Jay drinks me out of house and home most weeks, I'm like, hey, can you stop and grab a bottle? Then he was like, oh, I got to go pick my son up at 9:15. I probably won't make it. I'm like, oh, because I asked you to bring some liquor? A $7 bottle of liquor? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what we're doing?
Right, that's getting a half gallon too.
I think that's what
Oh
we're
no,
doing.
that's right. It might be 13 on the half
Yeah,
gallon.
$13.92 for the half.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, I'm trying to open that up. If you need me to get something on the way here,
Yeah.
feel free. Bam.
I need, it's not far away, but once I got home from the store, getting back in the car and going back out, I was like, you know what, man, I'll just figure it out. Dave says a blonde woman said I had the biggest cock ever, but that she might have been pulling my leg. Holy shit! It's insane. It's insane comms out of Dave over here.
What's going on?
It's especially insane comms. I got to talking about somebody with somebody this week, talking about when you were a kid, and I was telling the story about me and I'll tell it. Cameraman.
Okay.
It was me and cameraman.
Okay.
Especially like when we were kids, like. Did you guys ever fuck around try to get that Playboy channel? Was anybody ever lucky enough to own the Playboy channel? Did their dad like have the Playboy channel or anything like that? What was the other one that was on satellite that was even like harder core?
No. See, I lived out in the country,
What was it
so we
called?
didn't have cable. So
Yeah.
you had to have that big ass dish in your yard,
Billy Bands, what's up, man?
and we did not. I literally grew up on WXII,
Yeah, that's right.
and it was 45. I guess it turned into Fox, but anyway. So yeah,
Spice Channel's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
Okay.
But nah. So when you back in the days of analog cable, like the channels would be scrambled, so you get the wavy line bullshit. But if you're a 12-year-old boy, you'll sit and watch some wavy lines because every now and then you catch a little nipple action. Boom. Now we're in business. Well, me and cameraman came up with those TVs that had the two dials, like the old school TVs.
UHF and VHF.
Correct. He had this kind of weird thing. He would stick fingernail clippers in there between the dials. And for whatever, because you could do the fine tuning, and sometimes you could almost get it to come in, and then it wasn't perfect, but you could get it. He could stick the fingernail clippers in there, and for whatever reason, it would turn it black and white, but we could get it almost perfect. So it was like black and white Playboy channel. That was our that was the gateway right there. But so yeah, I may have tried to do some nefarious things like that from time to time, and my dad was pretty aware of that. Did you ever go to hotel rooms and shit like that where they had like the porn on the fucking in the cable box and you could just click it and order it or whatever?
Yeah, no.
Well, there was a time where that may have led to a little bit of a family issue in my particular family when we went on vacation. I may have gotten a little bit excited and let my fingers do the walking on that remote control and maybe placed a couple of orders that I maybe shouldn't have. And so moving forward, as we took family vacations and we would stop in, my dad go to the front desk, and I specifically remember he went up to the lady at the front and was like, hey, so this room, I need to make sure, is the porn disabled? And the lady looked at my dad and was like, no, it's regular porn, you sick fuck. Surely.
And, nowadays that is that's an internet niche.
What's that?
Disabled porn.
Oh,
if you got
you were quick to the table with that story, that anecdote.
Yeah, dude. If you can think it, it's out there already. So, yeah. If you're talking about paraplegic or quadriplegic, maybe back in the day, I might have seen a few things. I don't know if I don't think you remember Show 500 that much, where I said the origin of the Zonk Man.
Oh no, I don't know. I don't remember that.
Oh, and Mrs. Zonkman loves that because your reaction is, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" But you were fucking so going out of your mind because I didn't get on till like 3 o'clock in the morning or something. But anyway, do we want to say that? Or we don't want to go there.
You can't lead them on and not tell them.
Yeah. So if for some reason you didn't see the 500 episode, Mike kind of asked me, what's the origin of the Zonk Man? I was like, well, I said, actually, this feels very familiar because I had a buddy that we did we'll call it a talk show on the internet. We use Live 360. Granted, this was like 99 and 2000, so
Wow.
it was just audio. Video was too much at that point for bandwidth and
Sure,
stuff.
sure. What up, Nate?
So there might have been a little show that was geared towards porn called The Put Up Show.
Okay.
And the Zonk Man was the sidekick, so. And then we'll make sure that anybody who didn't know knows that tonight.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's loose tonight, baby. I
loose.
don't know what's wrong with the Zonk Man.
It's loosen the caboose and tighten the turbine. Yeah, that's an Iron Eagle 2 reference. That's
yeah.
Right. That's right. That's where we're at tonight. You know, we talked about last week, a big Mastodon fan, and was really sad to hear Brent Hines left the band. And I guess in the short term, at least right now, they got this cat, Ben Eller, filling in. He did this. He did the festival down that they played with Tool. We'll get to that in a second. But I guess this guy, I don't know this guy, but he's like a big YouTube guitar guy, and has played a lot of Mastodon over the years. So he's essentially a fan that has made YouTube videos and like show tutorials and shit like that. But you know, yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy to see if they end up keeping him on tour, because he's obviously capable. I mean, to do it.
Right.
It's just a matter of if they can write with him and shit like that. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough looking at Mastodon without Brent Hines. Honestly,
I don't know if I'm going to go back. I mean,
I'll listen to it.
Hard bridge to cross.
That's going to be a hard bridge to cross.
Yeah.
It really is. And I hate that because it's going to, I don't know. You saw Tool in Orlando and Jacksonville? Hell yeah. I got engaged at the Raleigh show, and then one of the other shows got tornadoed out. It literally got hit with a tornado. But, and to that point, I you know, if Finn was still alive, she would fucking hate the fact that I'm even telling the story or talking about this. She would be mad as fuck. Without a doubt, she'd be mad as fuck. So apparently, Tool did this big show. It was their own music festival. And Mastodon was there and shit like that. And this is what it said. This is what the fucking shit said. Tool announced its Sand in the Music Festival in the Dominican Republic. Fans were excited to shell out upwards of $7,500 for 2 concerts over 2 nights that promised unique sets. But they came up and like repeated some songs and shit, and I guess people actually started booing them.
Oh, wow.
And now there's even like a class action lawsuit going into effect because people are so pissed they paid all that money and they recycled a lot of the material. And I hate to fucking hear that.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, I hate to hear that because it's just, I don't know.
I mean, you're not delivering what you promised, basically.
Yeah, I mean, and I get it, and I love Tool. Let me start by saying that.
Yes, me too.
I love Tool.
I'm a good Tool fan, yeah.
I listen to everything they've done, and I've been a fan of pretty much all of it to some extent. And a big influence on how I play guitar, how I write music, 100%. Like, yeah, like back in the 90s, like Tool and Helmet, like those are like Melvins, like those kind of riffs. That's the kind of riffs I was writing. That's the kind of shit I was like, oh, this is kind of like, I could already tell this is kind of how I play guitar. They're just a lot better at it. So,
right.
you know, those were kind of the kind of riffs that I liked writing and stuff like that. So it's tough to like, but I will say, even being a fan, that's what I was leading to. Even being a fan, Tool has done some stuff over the years that I've not necessarily been on board with, how they've handled marketing and pricing and stuff like that, and going 10 years between albums, and I don't know. I feel they kind of string their fans along a little bit because I feel like it's almost like a game. They know they can do that.
Just like Iron Maiden and the Beatles.
I was getting ready to say it's just like Iron Maiden. As much as I like Iron Maiden nowadays, like they do their fans the same way.
They'll
like
shell it out, baby.
they know if you stick Iron Maiden on something, their rabid fans are going to come fucking buy it, no matter what it is. And Tool's kind of the same way. And Tool is not fan friendly. No, it's really not. It's really not. I mean, I saw Maynard. He was mostly standing at the back of the stage, facing the wall, most of the show. I mean, but that's kind of the experience. You're not going to see the fucking Rolling Stones. I understand what I'm walking into, and that's what makes Tool cool is that they're unique and weird and have their own take, and it's not really about all the normal shit. But yeah, would I wanted to see Maynard a little bit more? Sure. I mean, yeah, sure. I paid the money. I want to see Maynard, but yeah, but it makes for good, cool stories, and anyway. But that's a tough look, though. Getting booed at your own music festival is a real tough look to walk around with. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
What was he going for there? Like emo punk in that last shot?
I don't know. At some point, I want to tell bands, even bands I love and respect, just put the fries in the bag, man. Just put the fries in the fucking bag. Let's just ham and egg it down the road. Let's do it.
Tool sucks.
Like let's not just yeah. But yeah, that was tough. I didn't really have a lot of news. You got any news? I couldn't find a whole bunch of news.
No news is good news, man.
I ain't talking about nobody. Anybody died this week?
Hey, if I want to talk about what's that? Anybody died? I don't know if anybody died. The Zonk Man did go see Big Head Todd and the Monsters.
Oh yeah, you got the shirt
last night at right here in Winston-Salem. So
how was that?
It was good. I mean, if you're not familiar, which I guess a lot of people aren't. Michael familiar? Michael familiar with, it's just like a hard and heavy blues type deal.
I had no idea Big Head Todd and the Monsters was that bluesy, like you were talking.
Yeah. He loves all the blues.
Put it on the truck. What up, Thump Finger?
I have been ever since, I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's between MTV and I actually had a roommate in the military that played guitar and was we were big on like Stevie Ray Vaughan. And so when the single for Big Head Todd and the Monsters came out in 93, somewhere around there. So we were big on that album, Sister Sweetly.
Uh-huh.
And we're talking about, that's like 32 or 3 years ago now.
I remember him being around. I remember at the time me thinking of him just being like kind of a pussy rock band, and I never gave him a chance. I just thought of him as being like, I lumped him in with like Dylan Fence and Archers of Loaf and shit like that. I don't know.
No, not quite that.
Yeah, and I get it. Like I probably just kind of
right. Oh yeah, dude has a heart. He's die hard, loves Hendrix. He's actually can be like a shredder.
Huh.
He'll do some crazy solo stuff on the show. They didn't cover any Hendrix last night. They covered Howlin' Wolf. I forget the other song, but at their encore, you will not believe the last song they played, which was a cover of something that you may necessarily be very on. Even we'll kind of do a shout out to Metal Theologian too about being on this band that everything sounds the same in the hard rock heavy genre. But it blew my mind them doing this song.
AC/DC.
Exactly. It was Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. And dude, it was freaking awesome.
He likes AC/DC.
It was freaking awesome to hear him play that too. And he damn had fun with it. That's another thing too. That cat's up there having fun. He's really like tipping it, now that's the other thing too. Granted, the most popular album was that old album, Sister Sweetly from 93. Yeah. And they played like 6 songs from that.
That's smart. Good for them.
Yeah. But dude, still, as a musician, when motherfuckers are singing your song back to you, that blows your fucking mind.
Yeah.
And I usually give North Carolina crowds like a D- at best for like really being, into the artist, Dude, there was 3 of their hits off of that album. The crowd was singing back to those motherfuckers.
That's cool.
I was like, whoa, this is a good change. All right, that's all I'll talk about.
I did that. Crowds did that with ours, but it was the song I hated the most. So I was always not necessarily the best guy on stage when that was happening.
Right. Like
Even though it's cool, like, dude, they're singing your own song, and I would make fun of the people doing it. But I was a drunk asshole. Sanctuary.
AG. AG should have been at the Big Head Todd show with me, but I just did it like last minute.
Let's get into some shit that came out this week. Got some crazy weird shit in here. Like, this is pretty much a wild card right off the rip. This cover kind of grabbed my attention. It's a band called Alda.
Aldo Nova?
They're from the Pacific Northwest, or specific Northwest.
We got some specific Northwest people in the chat.
Suffocating banks of black metal fog and moody folk riffs. You know what I used to really love? I'll just say this. So this is like, it's essentially kind of an atmospheric black metal album, which I love. I don't listen to a ton of black metal, but I love atmospheric black metal stuff. And these guys, they really incorporate that kind of the folk side of things. So there's some acoustic passages and stuff, but mixed together with the rest of the album, it really kind of works. And that, what I was going to say was, a thing I loved when I was a kid, like every metal album you owned, you know, there was always some 3-minute acoustic with samples,
filler,
intro or a filler that all these heavy bands put in to show. A lot of times it was to show off how good of a guitar player they were, like on an acoustic, or like show that they had like a softer side or like whatever. And I used to love that as a kid, and now I fucking hate that. Like if I'm trying to sample a record and I have to skip through the first fucking 3 minutes of a track because it's just somebody fucking playing an acoustic, trying to be all fucking set the mood kind of shit, pisses me off. But with stuff like this, it really works. And I found this to be a really, really cool album that I had no idea they existed. And I guess they've made a few records. They've been around since 2007. But I love this one quote. It says, they've been dedicated to a lifestyle founded on respect and communication with the soil on which they dwell. So it's all about the Pacific Northwest, and kind of much in the way that a lot of those Norwegian black metal bands, a lot of that has to do with the landscape and like the soil from where they're playing. And this is kind of the same thing, just over here and now.
It's always raining and dreary and dread, and it's almost the end. You might as well just hang
What
yourself.
up, Stereo? Those are angry big trees, not happy little trees. Yeah,
oh, shit. He said something about Bob Ross.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, thank you, Shane. Thanks for posting that link. That's nice of you. Here's one kind of maybe up your alley, Zonk. I don't know if you know, do you remember the band Toke? Have you seen the band in this stoner doom genre, Toke? It's like it's an orange and black cover with like a big pot leaf on the front. Well, they're actually from North Carolina, and pretty sought after record. Well, is it the guitar player? One of the guys in the band had I don't know if he died, but was in a really bad wreck, and so I think he may have died. Yeah, I think he died. And then these guys have gotten back together with some other people, yada yada, formed a band called Bronco. These guys are out of Cape Fear, North Carolina. Ironically enough,
they down there on a boat with
Cape Fear, North Carolina. That's a little just outside of Wilmington, North Carolina, where Carl is at. And Cape Fear is actually the same place that Weed Eater claims. Weed Eater claims Cape Fear, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Dixie Dave, he's from down that way. But this record right here on Magnetic Eye came out today. Reminds me of a lot. If you like Weed Eater, if you like that kind of doom, really aggressive vocals, but really tuned down, gnarly, sludgy doom, like sludgy. I'll read what it says here. South of Wilmington, North Carolina, at the estuary of the Cape Fear River, the prominent headland of Cape Fear stubbornly pushes back into its ever-attacking waves of the ocean. What is this, William Faulkner? Most fitting home for Bronco. The sound of their self-titled debut is steeped in doom and southern sludge. That's what I was looking. Southern sludge, 100%. It's really unpolished and gnarly and shit. but it's something that it's got that crawling. Crawling's a good word to describe it. It's got that kind of crawling doom sound. Slow southern molasses, just drippy ass fucking
Since they
sludge.
talk about that southern sludge, would you put a little bit of the maybe metal southern sludge, like a Down or a COC kind of vibe?
Yeah, I mean, they're
there?
much more aggressive than that.
Okay.
Especially vocally. But yeah, let me see what else it says here.
Okay.
Bronco bleeds out a mix of grinding horror and beat down resin. What are all these fucking words, man? It says Bronco picked up where Toke left off. So if you're a fan of Toke, if you know those guys, it's kind of right along that same vein. Definitely worth checking out if that sounds like something you're interested in. I enjoyed listening to it. Again, to me, it very, very weed eatery.
Okay.
Here comes something from Miss U. Brand new, and that's why I put it on the list, Miss U. Coheed and Cambria, brand new record by these guys, out today. The Father of Make Believe. It's the 10th studio album. I guess the last one they put out was 2022, which I didn't listen to. I listened to a good bit of this today, and it's classic sounding Coheed and Cambria. What would you call these? It's like
I don't know.
emo metal. I don't know what you would progressive emo metal. That's what I'll call them.
Okay.
That sounds very pejorative, but it's Miss U says she got it. What do you think of it? Have you listened to it a bunch? I like some of their stuff. Some of their stuff gets kind of lost on me a little bit, but some of their tracks really hit nice. They hit a real specific, where it's like heavy and kind of thumping, but has a melodic and I say emo, and that's gonna immediately turn people off or whatever. What up, Zach?
Hey, Zach. Good evening.
But yeah, brand new, pretty dope cover. Yeah, it's good but weird. Yeah.
Wait, keep rolling with that, but I'm just going to throw in there, since Zach popped in the chat, I just did the When Is Enough Is Enough Zach video from like 9 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did that,
Hell yeah.
Noble Records kind of did a rehash on it, was talking about it, so I went and watched it. It's real good, too.
I probably watched it back in the day, and I don't
Right, because it's from like 9 years ago. Yeah, that's before I was in the VC.
That's when I was watching videos tough. You can't get me to watch a video now. No disrespect to anybody. I'm not really doing it much.
All right, yeah.
For the heads out there, I gotta admit, I remember when this came out. I've never really sat down with this record, and shame on me. Ghostface Killah. This is the 10th anniversary of 36 seasons. Apparently, people really, really dig this record. And I can't believe I've not really hunkered in on this, man. 10 years ago, tells the gripping story of Tony Stark. It's like a kind of a cinematic kind of thing. Tells the story of Tony Stark, who after 9 years returns to Staten Island in search of a quiet life, only to find anything but. 36 Seasons is a testament to Ghostface's storytelling genius and unfiltered lyrical power. I would really be interested in maybe picking that up. And I don't know why that kind of skipped over me, but yeah, here we are. Anyway, I started listening. There was one. This cover jumped out at me. Perturbator. I Am the Night. This is some French synthwave, and these are like reissues. There's a 20. This one's like 2012. And then when I got done, I was like, oh shit, there's another one. Like right after it. This is the one that really jumped at me first. Dangerous Days.
Miss U might be all over that too, huh?
Dude, and it's really good. And then I realized, oh wait, I'm not going to do all these, because as I keep going down the list, I guess they reissued like 6 of their albums, like everything.
Oh wow!
A tremendous amount of these albums. This is some dark, Dark, like neo synthwave stuff. So if you like some of the stuff I played, like that Megatron stuff, I mean the Mega Drive stuff,
Yeah.
like it's a little more thumping and dark synthwave, not as happy. Like Mitch Murder can be kind of happy and happy-go-lucky kind of vibey stuff. The Midnight is more of a happy, up-tempo, vibey kind of thing. This is like dark, dystopian kind of shit. But it's good.
yeah.
It's really good.
Check it. I mean, they got the.
I Am the Night was a Pantera album too. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I mean, you saw that cover. It had the pentagram on it.
Yeah.
The, women's sacrifices and dogs and cats living together.
Yeah. This is another wild card came out. The cover grabbed me right off the rip. Obviously, Real Sickies. This is on Stomp Records. They're out of Canada. Okay. Now hear me out. This says not much of a surprise coming from the band. Green Day's Billy Joe Armstrong has deemed his favorite Canadian punk band. Don't hold that against them. But I guess they've been around for a really long time. They've got a kind of a noisy sound that's been compared to everybody from the Buzzcocks to Devo, the Ramones. But it's and down here it says for fans of the Ramones, Teenage Head, Green Day, the early Green Day, Copyrights, and Teenage Bottle Rocket. But I really enjoyed this. What I listened. This is a brand new record that came out today. Under a Plastic Bag is the name of the album. I was loving the shit out of this. I think Scotty Stricknon would really dig this. Maybe Shane, Miss You, possibly. This is pretty good stuff, man.
Where is some Scotty? I haven't.
Is
seen
there a
Scotty
200% tariff on that record? It's possible. It's real possible. Here's something. A little Red Fang action came out today called Deep Cuts.
Celebrating, from the first.
Yeah, celebrating 20 years as a formidable force in heavy rock. Red Fang returns with Deep Cuts. This collection highlights the band's trajectory throughout the last 2 decades, which is crazy to think. It's got a bunch of non-album tracks, singles, B-sides, rarities, shit like that, all up in this motherfucker. And I've got a shit ton of Red Fang. And yeah, I saw them live, Aaron, at the down at the Welcome to Rockville Festival. I was a little bit underwhelmed, I have to say, but I was also in a festival setting, and I'd seen like 1,000 bands, and I was just, we had to hurry over there. Like, we saw them for 20 minutes and then ran over to the other stage, and that, like, they were good. I just, I don't know. I was a little bit underwhelmed with the live performance, but I'm sure that's 100% the state of mind I was in and what was going on at the moment. But because I fucking love Red Fang, and it was on my list where I'm like, we have to go see these guys for at least a little bit.
Right. No, I just saw them. They opened up for Baroness at the Ram Cat last year.
Saw them down there too. Yeah. That's what was tough about that festival is there's so many bands. You have to like plan out your schedule, and you're like, okay, do this, and then like we got to run over here. Then you got to run back over here. That's all the way on the other side, and then you come back. And you're like, well, we can watch 20 minutes of these guys, but then we got to leave, and I can go catch 2 songs from these guys, but they're going to be done, and then go back over. It's a little much at times, but it was cool to like step in and at least take them in. There's a few bands that I didn't fucking leave, like Mr. Bungle, the Chats. Like once they started playing, that's what it was. But,
right.
But anyway,
that's why you were there.
And Disturbed. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Yeah. Here's one for a Fever.
Give me Fever.
I thought this was going to be a reissue, but I guess it's a brand new record from Steven Wilson. It's called The Overview. His 8th studio album. It's on Fiction Records. 2 tracks, 42 minutes long. This says it's wildly ambitious and brilliantly audacious in equal measure. This album features endlessly engaging conceptual lyrics, and it's mastered at half speed. It's going to sound good coming from Steven Wilson. My take on this was, as I popped through, I didn't listen to the whole thing. I kind of popped through, and yeah, they're 2 like 20+ minute tracks or whatever. But yeah, there's also like 5-minute passages of just like ambient stuff going on. And I love shit like that.
Yeah.
But when somebody says like, oh, it's a 20-minute song, I'm like, yeah, you also spent 5 minutes fucking noodling with your pedal. Like, which is cool.
I don't have a problem with that being in like the stoner doom.
Yeah,
genre.
yeah. I mean,
When you get a
but when it goes like
record that's like
when
that.
it's a 5-minute section of that, and there's only 2 songs on the album, but I mean, it was cool. But then as I got through like this, when they really started kind of ripping it and singing it, like it was good. It was classic Steven Wilson sounding stuff. But yeah,
I don't even know like who is he? Where's he from? I know he does
he's
remasters.
he's a Brit, but he's from Porcupine Tree was his initial.
Oh, that's why you said Fever, because the Porcupine Tree.
Yeah, and like
Okay,
Steven
yeah.
Wilson solo and Porcupine Tree, they sound relatively similar.
Yeah, they'll probably light me up in the chat. This song man being clueless about Steven
But
Wilson.
no, it's
I thought he was the 5th Beatle or something.
and kind of finally, I'll throw a little wild card on this, and we've had a lot of wild cards tonight. Honestly, that's most of like this section of the show has become mostly wild cards because I find that to be the most interesting shit to talk about. Because I can tell you like, oh, they reissued the Deep Purple Machine Head,
Right.
And like sure, that's great, but like I'm not so much interested in reissues. This one popped out. I like the cover. The name is called Tape Off. And this is Fort Sensible. And that roped me in. Then I saw they're from Australia. Let's take a look at this. An alt-rock band with punk tendencies or a punk band with a soft spot. But it's kind of more the way it I guess these guys have put out some third record from these guys. And I guess this is more catchy than some of their other stuff has been. And the way they described it, I thought it was going to be a lot more of a lower key, like a lower key, like indie rock record. And they were like, oh, it's sort of punk, but like that. I think it sounds like a good punk record, like that, like the classic, like Australian kind of garagey sounding punk.
Right, and I think
stuff.
you've talked about this before too. Australia's putting out crazy,
They're doing
crazy
everything.
new punk stuff.
They're doing everything.
Yeah,
They're on 10. The rest of the world is on 2 when it comes to punk rock. It seems like.
right.
I don't know what it is, what's going on down there, but they got something figured out for sure.
That sounds like a Ben Rankin record there or something.
Yeah.
Our brother from down
But yeah,
there.
this was really cool, and I really enjoyed checking it out. We should jump into what we played though.
What did we play?
Man, we played some good stuff. I gotta grab a brewski.
Yeah, I get you.
I think I need to pee anyway.
Oh,
Do I need
shit,
to pee?
I got a story.
I'll wait.
Yeah, I'll pee too. We'll both go
I'll
pee.
wait. Yeah, if you can you give me a brewski, or I'll grab one if you want.
No, I'll get a beer. Free for all? Or you want a certain flavor?
I don't care. You can surprise me.
You done the mango?
Yeah, I've done the mango, I've done the chili lime,
pineapple.
and I've done the pineapple.
So you've done 3. I think that's it. I don't think there's a 4th one.
Okay. Don't cross the streams. Crossing the streams would be bad. Yeah, I'm a little fuzzy on the whole good bad thing.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite lines in movie history. I'm a little fuzzy on the whole good bad thing.
Wiz was already talking about don't do the Ghostbuster lines. He was probably the one talking about crossing the streams, wasn't he?
All right, let's get into what we played. Start off with a jazz record. Because we have to. This is that Miles Davis Live. Live Evil. This is the Record Store Day shit that came out 2 years ago, 3 years? I don't know. Some time ago. Really nice packaging on this. Super. Jesus.
Oh, you got some crease break action going on there.
Uh-huh.
Or something good with sticky.
I'm going to go with Sticky. This is a cool record. It's out there. I played a side which had this really long drum solo, which got a little bit long in the tooth, so we went ahead and switched over. But this has got the tightest fucking spindle holes of anything I think I've ever owned. Jesus Christ. It's like fucking like JV cheerleader area over here kind of thing.
You know, that back cover, that character really reminds me of one of the characters from The Wall.
Ah.
It kind of looks like that.
Oh, yeah. Some of the animations.
Yeah.
Imagine all life as you know it stopping and all the molecules in your body exploding at the speed of light. You are on edibles. I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say Wizard is on edibles.
I'm going to say that you probably won't be able to conceive or perceive of any of that it would happen too quickly.
Fair enough. Fred catching some banana bucks. Want to hear some Beastie Boys? The only thing I have on vinyl is this Solid Gold Hits. The Boss Man gave this to us from way back in the day. But this double LP has got like, if you only, it's not the only. I've got some old bullshit, and I think I have Oleo.
Yeah, Oleo's good.
But in terms of like standard, like what you would know, like, hey, what Beastie Boy albums do you have? This is the only like hip hop Beasties I have really. But it's got it. We played side C tonight, and side C is.
Isn't that everything from License to Ill, Check Your Head, and Paul's Boutique?
Yeah, so like C had Root Down, Shake Your Rump, Intergalactic, and Sure Shot. I mean, what a side is that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just insane.
You know, Intergalactic's a later album.
I always think of Sweet Tea when I think of the Beastie, so shouts to Sweet Tea.
Shout out to Sweet Tea. Listen, all y'all, it's a sabotage.
Mm-hmm. I like my sugar with coffee and cream. None other than Mr. Nebulous Prowler catches banana bucks. Wanted to hear the self-titled Halloween that I picked up just a few years ago. This is what turned me on to Halloween, and I got turned on to Halloween when they were in their fucking 60s or 70s or whenever they fucking made this record. But it's a great album. That's when I turned the corner on like, oh wait, some of these old fuckers can still do it. And not just still do it and get out and play shows and like do whatever, but like are actually recording and writing new stuff that's good.
Right.
And back in the day, I was done. I didn't want nothing to do with like some band from the 70s or 80s, and they're like, oh, we got a new album coming out. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested. Let me just tell you off the rip, I'm not interested. That Halloween came out in 1929. Holy shit. Oof.
These cats, man. Yeah, that's why we love them.
But
we love the chitty
yeah,
chat.
I'm glad he cashed in some bucks on that because I've not played that in a little while.
Yeah, dude, I need some Halloween. You know, the classic Keeper of the Seven Keys.
I've got Keepers of the Seven Keys. I got Walls of Jericho.
Yeah, that Walls of Jericho.
I'd like to get Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 2. That'd be next on my list probably for stuff I want. But then a little 10-inch, another record store day that I got for $4 way after the fact. I'll have a bucket of brains from the Flamin' Groovies. This was like a live BBC thing they did, if I'm not mistaken. Am I stupid? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's not a BBC.
She won't turn her nose at a 10-inch either.
The original 1972 Rockfield recordings for UA. Sorry, it's not BBC. I don't know why I was thinking that. But yeah, this was $4 goddamn, man. Can't go wrong there.
Sweet, Flaming Groovy.
Yeah, good straight up. I mean, a lot of people consider them kind of proto-punk. I just think it's good rock and roll. I mean, Fred, we're talking about that earlier. It's just good rock and roll music. When I put it on, I expected to hear more like Stooges, maybe New York Dolls, like kind of like type of stuff.
Right.
And it's just really
Punk glam.
It sounds more like the Rolling Stones to me, which like not a bad thing. It's good stuff. Good stuff. This cheese sandwich album.
Cheese sandwich.
Let me tell you something. I think that Bill's on drugs. This is a drug album.
This is a great. Like I'm doing like electronica for like 80s video games.
Yeah. I wanted, for whatever reason, I wanted to pull some kind of reggae vibes out. And I went to see what I actually had in my collection, because I don't have a shit ton.
Rastaman.
But I've got this 1983, The Mighty Invaders. What does that say?
Jamaica Man.
Invasion. And the reason I specifically wanted to put this on before the next record, because I just wanted to do that little kind of mashup that I think would be cool. I don't know fuck all about these guys. You guys probably know more than me. 83 jacket made in Canada, Shirley.
Not by Shirley.
This right now sounds like the Stones. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Mighty Invaders. Really enjoyed that, and I wanted to parlay that into the next record, which I already knew. I already knew what I wanted to do here. The fucking the debut from Bad Brains. that reissue that came out on Punk Note.
Punk Note. Great label.
Prowler sent this into the program, and this is a 10 out of 10 record. I mean, it's just.
Yeah. Yeah. Not going to argue with nobody about it.
I don't want to argue with nobody about this. This is just a 10 out of 10 fucking record. That's all I need to say. Case closed. Incredible. And this is a great reissue that's just really put together really well.
Cheers, NP.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Then Wizard, we had a lot of Banana Buck cash-ins tonight. You guys are fucking on your shit. Wizard cashed some Banana Bucks. Want to hear a little Wilson Pickett? And I said, yo, that pink one? He said, yeah. So I said, yeah. The exciting Wilson Pickett. I know. I mean, honestly, if we're saying it, I mean, another 10 out of 10 record.
Yes.
Honestly. This is. And anytime I play a record like it makes me think of my daddy right here. My dad loved some Wilson Pickett. That's how I got my love of Wilson Pickett, James Brown, Otis Redding, Sam Cooke, that whole fucking Percy Sledge. That's another one.
Oh yeah.
My dad was a big fan of that kind of music. I grew up listening to that. I grew up bass fishing and listening to soul music like this.
When a man loves a woman.
Yeah.
Digging it.
What is that blue? That's it's actually Punk Note. That's the Bad Brains. That's the first Bad Brains.
Punk Note, a little homage to some Blue Note there. Mr.
Man.
Nate Bouchard.
Then Zonk pulled out this 1,000 Mods, which is this is a fantastic record. And I didn't realize that this was kind of when I came into 1,000 Mods through the internet, through Facebook groups and YouTube channels like Stone Metal with Doom. I know that guy's a little he's kind of a cockneck. But what's the other one? Mr. Doom 666. Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah.
But that's how I found 1,000 Mods, and the video that I watched first is actually on this record that we played tonight. They got skaters in it. They're on like a beach in like a very European beach with rocks and shit on it. I don't know where it's actually at, but
Electric Carve.
Electric Carve is the track.
So look that video up on YouTube.
Oh yeah, 1,000 dances to 1,000 mods. That's right. We did a land of 1,000 dances and went to 1,000 mods.
Yes.
Didn't even realize that.
No, you meant to do that.
Sure.
Yeah, you meant to do
Shirley.
that. What is that? I think there's popcorn in there.
That's possible. That's very possible. It smells like popcorn. And then finally, Zonk pulled this one out. I don't have any of this. This was a great record. We got through a track and a half or something like that of Arthur Conley's Shake, Rattle, and Roll. Played the title track, and then what's the other one we went into?
The Otis Redding song, Loving You?
Loving You, yeah. That one's something else.
So yeah, in that same vein of that Wilson Pickett.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. That's good. How long have you had that one?
I picked it up at a Clemens record show probably just a couple years ago. something like that.
Hell yeah.
Little Arthur Conley. This and Sweet Soul Music. That's another good Arthur Conley too.
Hell yeah. Well, that's what we played.
That's what we played.
Boom.
There's no taking it back now.
Take me back. Do 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 do. Take me back. Frank Stallone, anybody? You guessed it. Frank Stallone. Sure. Oh, let me. I gotta launch some marbles.
Marbles.
Where
You get
is,
the marbles
Steve?
launched, and then is it break time for the rest area?
Yeah.
You
I
gotta do that?
think restroom's a really funny term.
I mean, a lot of people go in there to rest. I don't like to spend a lot of time in there. Some people do.
Weekends, I spend a lot of time in there. 6, 7 hardcore diarrhea shits on a
Did
Saturday.
your dad have the magazine rack in?
No,
Oh,
we
my
didn't do
dad did.
magazines.
Oh, my dad had the magazine rack in the bathroom.
Magazines are of the devil.
What?
No, I don't.
Oh, everything is of the devil.
No, that's Jay's house.
Oh. I gotta make sure. What are we doing again?
Mom.
Bobbles.
Oh my God.
They're round. They're balls.
Oh, that's Air and Sea Battle. That's Air and Sea Battle on Atari.
Combat.
Nope, Air and Sea
No.
Battle.
Oh, wow. I would have thought just straight up combat. Combat was the game you got with it. So Air and Sea Battle, I'm not
Bill
familiar
says
with
correct.
that.
You like that? I was Johnny on the spot with that shit, wasn't I?
You guys, which I don't claim to be any kind of video game.
I love in
geek at
combat
all.
the ricochet modes. That's the brown and yellow levels. Anyway. Whoop.
Whoop whoop. Oh, it's Curly. Whoop 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 whoop.
There we go. Boom. Come over here. Continue. We'll do a race. We'll do a random.
Rando.
Boom.
Miss You sure does like playing with the 8-ball.
All right, exclamation point play in the chat. We don't have a track record on this, so I don't think we've run this one.
Oh, no.
It looks similar. It looks similar, but
Michael familiar?
I'm gonna pee while we're doing
Yeah,
this.
go
Everybody
ahead.
get loaded up. Ciao, thank you.
And then I'll tell a story.
Sure.
But not really. You know, because ramble on, sing a song. I went and saw Big Head Todd and the Monsters. Oh, wow, I already told that story. So we're just kind of like hanging out. You guys can look at the marbles. Make sure you get stretched out. Get ready. Get in there. I think since there's no track record, that maybe I'm feeling a Bill's box of sound pulling out the heat tonight with a win. It's very fair in the... very, very fair in the... What are you talking about, Wizard? Zonk story with the colonoscopy. I already told the colonoscopy story. Hopefully you enjoyed that. That was 100% true. There is nothing false about the Zonk man shit his pants after the colonoscopy. I don't think Mike wants me to get in on that again on a whole nother episode. So this week the Zonk man was dealing with talking about old man shit. Hit it. Yeah. Grab that liquor. Liquor in the front, poker in the rear. It's a little sticky. You might want a wet nap.
Sure. You know what really warms my heart?
What warms your heart?
Walking into the living room and seeing Perfect Stranger reruns on my 75-inch television, that just makes me feel real nice.
Boom.
I'm going to be honest with you.
So you're a Bronson Pinchot fan?
Of course. Well, of course I am. Don't be ridiculous.
You're great in Beverly Hills Cop also.
I'll make you a spritzer. It's great. We'll give it a second. You want one?
Yeah. I got a little too excited earlier, so we need
don't get yourself in trouble now.
stretch out a little bit, and get back on an even keel.
This is oh fuck. That's gonna be an issue. That's absolutely an issue.
There's hair on the cork.
Probably. I don't want to stick it back on.
Just
there.
blow it up. It don't matter. Blow it off. What? Oh shit! You're not 100% lined up there.
I'll use my shirt.
all good.
I'll use my shirt tee.
It's all good, man. The alcohol sterilizes everything.
Yeah. Except when it's sticky and there's cat and dog hair everywhere. Pouring one.
We won't charge you for the extra flavor.
What up, T. Watkins?
T. Watkins, where we at? Shout out to.
All right, let's run this.
Let's
fucking
run
shit.
it. Okay, yeah.
Let's do this shot. Cheers, everybody. A little howler head from Zonkman here. A little howler head whiskey. Because stupid Jay wouldn't bring me pop off.
Aaron's still asking me if I'm going to do Elder next month. Are you doing Elder next month? Come on, man. If you go, we got to do a show together because that's a Raleigh deal.
When is it?
I don't know. What's the date, AG?
All right, let's run this shit.
Yeah, I think it's April something. It's not this month, next month.
Check with me at the line.
Dude, I pulled some bullshit about last minute on this show with Big Head Todd. I guess I'm not in a committed state of mind.
No, I'm never in that state of mind. I'll back out on my own fucking funeral if you give me a chance.
Uh-oh, shooting down the pipe.
Yeah, they are. It's like the old RC Pro-Am, sure. Why did Nate stop? He get tired? Nate's already tired. Fuck.
I think he got hung up.
I've heard that about him.
Look at Miss You.
Yeah, look at her. Oh shit, look at her.
She's
Prowler?
reading the 8-ball.
That's all right. Prowler's out here in front of her ass.
I caught where
Doing the Lord's work.
I made a prediction while you were gone.
Did
we'll
you?
see if it happens. Bill's box of sound.
Oh. Right now, it looks like Prowler's just fucking walking that dog.
Now I hate that because you don't ever want the announcer's jinx or anything like that.
Right.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
shut the fuck up now.
Who gets through this first? Oh, look. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, dude.
There's still a couple more to get through.
That's true. Dave Bow Bow.
Boom, boom.
What's that song? Dave Bow Bow? Dave Bow Bow. Chicka chicka.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, whoa.
Getting a little squirrely.
Oh, it's at the last one. Who's close? Oh.
Nobody.
Are you serious? Are you Nostradamus?
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
He's got a
through.
hanging Chad. There's a hanging Chad.
There's a hanging Chad. He's through. He's through.
Oh!
Oh,
What
shit.
the fuck was that?
Wow. Are you
Holy
serious?
shit.
Did you really fucking call it?
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been really been hyper focused on my psychic self. I think it's
the moon.
It's the blood moon.
Yeah,
It's the blood moon.
Dude.
It's the blood moon for sure.
Holy shit. What are we doing? What are we
Everybody
doing?
else is gonna fall off the track. I don't know what that damn little jump up was at the end.
Was I even in the game? Doesn't look like I was even in the game.
You went flying off.
Did I?
Oh,
Oh.
Fred just went flying off there at the end. Come on, Nate. Hold on to it. Nope.
Jesus.
Nate went off the track. I don't know if he landed in the box or not. Look
Zonk
at
said,
that.
Bill said after Zonk predicted I had to step up my game. Attaboy. Attaboy, Bill. Atta baby. That's why we like you around here. You put in the time. What is it? What's the luck favors the
I don't know.
fuck. What's the saying? Fortune favors the something. Sure.
Fortune favors the prepared.
Fortune favors the 500. Number 1. Razor sharp. No, we don't do that anymore.
Locked in.
We're locked in.
We're locked in.
Sure we are. 100%. It is time for Dig of the Week. I don't have a whole lot to offer for that. Actually, I bought a couple of CDs this week. And by that, I mean CDs nuts. But I'll hold it because one of them was a gift for Stupid J, and Stupid J didn't show up, so it kind of ruined the whole vibe. I know he was going to try to leave, like right now, and I was going to be like, no,
able to make him stay right.
and I'll be like, no, wait, because I got to give. But I'll save it.
He would hang out for that. He would hang out for right at the beginning of Dig of the Week.
Yeah.
Even though that's generally his step off time.
But I asked him to buy liquor, so that changed the whole night apparently. Because Jay's kind of a fuck stick, if you guys didn't know that. But yeah, nobody said anything about my haircut, and I'm pretty pissed off about it.
Oh yeah. Oh. Don't even expect me to notice because I don't notice the wife when she gets her hair done either.
That's a tough look.
Yeah.
All right, so what you got for Dig of the Week?
Okay, so I don't know. Do you feel dirty? I already feel dirty.
I mean, downstairs for sure.
I feel dirty because it's like we did the whole underdog thing, underdog clothes.
On, you're immediately on to somebody else.
Yep.
You on to that next bitch.
Here's my digs from Hippo.
Damn! My man's right on to that next bitch.
Oh, damn. Is it that bad?
He went down to JP Looney's at 1:45 a.m. and just went down the bar, fucking setting them up. And like, whew, strike 1, whew, strike 2. Oh, foul tip. Hold that fucking phone. Sorry.
No.
Then you take her through the Taco Bell drive-thru, and the rest is history.
I mean, I've always went to Hippo in Earshot,
Sure.
but I don't know why I would feel any different about it now after Underdog closing. But yeah, I kind of feel dirty about it. But here I'm showing. Here's the first one I'm showing.
Okay.
My first name ain't Baby. It's Janet Jackson. If you're nasty.
Damn, I've got this. I actually have this record.
Really?
I do.
Yeah, I probably paid too much for that, but
I saw this. I saw they had this, and I
they got another copy because I was there today.
Hold up.
Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. I actually have that record where she does that song with Herb Alpert.
Yeah, I may have it over with some other shit for some dumb reason.
Oh yeah, it might be an R&B. It could be an R&B.
Yeah.
Even though she's pop all the way, it could be an R&B.
No, because here's another one. Because I also have... Damn it, where's it at? Hold up. In fact, this somebody, we won't name names, has fucked up a lot of my... Oh, here it is.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Because I also have Rhythm Nation.
Dude. Sweet. I would like to have some Rhythm Nation action.
I bought that. I got that CD from Columbia House back in the day. Here's my copy.
What's the little tag on there? Yeah.
It was $1.
Goodwill.
Yeah. It's
Which even a record store, when you were doing it about 10 years ago,
yeah,
they would probably have that in the dollar bin, or Underdog would have.
This is from Rave On Records, Peters Creek Parkway, Winston-Salem.
What? What's the date?
88.
What?
When it came out. Look at that.
Oh, you got that with somebody else's original receipt in there.
Yeah.
Dude, which I went in '88.
Do you remember that store?
No. I wasn't, as a kid, I wasn't given an allowance and going to the record store then. I just didn't. So I would be clueless about record stores in Winston and stuff.
Huh. Interesting.
That's killer, man.
Yeah, I dig that shit. That's kind of a guilty pleasure. I'd file that under guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
You put it on and being like, oh yeah, you remember this shit? Ha ha, it's corny and funny.
Yeah.
But like the second song, you're like in the middle of the floor, like fucking.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah. You want to say it's like it's like I listen to Acker Bilk or some fucking crazy cornball baloney stack shit. But then when I put it on, next thing you know, I'm like, oh, there's nothing funny about this. I'm loving the actual fuck out of this.
Right.
If you ever see the 12-inch of Janet's All Right with the Heavy D extended mix, grab it. Wow,
who's that? Oh, Bill's talking about that.
Oh, might have that. Possibility.
Heavy D on a
Janet
Jackson single.
Yeah, I remember that.
Man,
Boss Man may have given. I may have that in the collection, but I don't want to speak out of school. But anyway,
right.
I digress. Please.
Here we go. Here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Little
surely
light, maybe not 100% like stoner, but just kind of.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it gets lumped into that category,
right,
but it's
chicks, and it is female. And you know what? I forgot to do research as far as like remembering where they're from, but it is all female.
Yeah.
Blackwater Holy Light.
It's a Riding Easy band. I do remember that.
Silent. What is it? Silence Motion. You already know about them.
Yeah, I don't know this record, but I do know them. Yeah.
Right. This is their latest 2021.
Because I used to do this thing with Riding Easy like back in the day, and I'm talking, God, almost 10 years ago. I would go and they would have like a pretty decent clearance section. And so I would just go to like all the records and then sort it by price. And you would find some LPs like $7.99,
right,
$9.99. Blackwater Holy Light was one that would come up. They always had a record that was like $10 that I had in my cart probably fucking 20 times. And for whatever reason, always just never
got kicked back out.
It got kicked back out, or I ended up like, nah, I don't need records right now. Like, fuck, what are you doing? It's like, yeah, you're buying a bunch of cheapo records, but yeah, by the time they get to your house, you're going to spend $60. So, easy.
Right.
But, good band. Not my favorite, like, stoner stuff, but, like, and that's kind of a one thing, it took me a while to kind of do that. You can't compare bands to, like, you can't compare every band just because it's on a stoner label. You're like, oh, that's not as good as Caius, or it's not as good as Elder, or it's not as good. No.
They could just be, like, hard and heavy, too, or something,
And, they're one of those bands,
psychedelic.
Like, if stoner doom wasn't a thing, this wouldn't be lumped into that category. It's just a rock record. It's a good rock record.
Right.
And there's a lot of stuff I passed on initially because I was a little too caught up in like the genre. I was too deep into the genre to appreciate what it actually was.
I actually found out about them.
Do you have any more of theirs?
No, This is my first one ever. Was seeing it used there. And I did have them on the want list, though, because I found out about them. They toured with Monolord right before the lockdown or something.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, hey, I need to put that, let me sample that.
That's not who I saw them with, was it?
I was like, let me sample that.
Because I saw
like, oh, yeah, that's good.
I saw Monolord in like 20...
You're thinking?
18?
Okay. That would have been 2019 tour.
2017, something like that.
That would have been like maybe late 2019.
Me and Finn saw them up in Asheville at a small club.
Oh,
they were loud as fuck. We hung out with Monolord for a little while.
Something.
The drummer is cool as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Those guys, all they do, their whole deal is like weed and coffee. They like ripping bong loads and drinking fuck tons of coffee. That's their deal. And they're cool as shit, man. What's up, Sean? Hey, would you hit play on that cheese sandwich again?
Oh, yeah.
Again, re-racking like a good fucking DJ does. The fucking cheese sandwich CD from our pal Bill.
Hey, why is it not playing?
Did it cut off? No, you're good.
There we go. Okay. The dog man has to hit the button. Okay, I got one more.
Okay.
Where are we at? Russian Circle.
Oh, man, I've been thinking about these guys a lot lately. And in fact, said to myself in the car, why? Another band, I almost bought their record so many times and never did.
And I forget, this is a reissue of, man, I'm going to fuck up the year. Maybe 2010 or something like that.
You know, they're touring with Pelican right now.
Okay, now,
And
yeah.
shouts to my friend Laurie, who's been a friend of the program for a long time. She's a big fan of both and went and saw them. She's been traveling to watch them play. She just went out to St. Louis to see the show. And I think she's also flying up to Philadelphia to see the show.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, she's legit.
Yeah. Teaser, you know, there might be a dig in the future that might be related to that.
I love Russian Circles.
Related to the Pelican. But yeah, this is Station. This was a 15-year anniversary. So yeah, that's going to put this, maybe this was an 08 or 09 album, something like that.
Yeah. That's one of the first... Pelican and Russian Circles, those were the first when I started listening to, I mean, that's the quintessential post-metal albums.
Right.
Those are like two of the ones that jumped out. Well, I didn't know anything about the genre. I didn't know this was a thing. I'm like, these guys are tuned way down, but they're doing some pretty intricate guitar stuff.
Right.
And it's instrumental. And like, I'm like, wow, this is ticking all the boxes for me. You know what Russian Circles is?
No. It's like what the name means.
It's a training like exercise for hockey. It's like a drill you run called Russian Circles.
Oh, is that?
But I asked Jay about that, and he was like, "Oh, I've never heard of that." So I don't know, but like I think that's a traditional like hockey drill you would run in like practice kind of thing.
Okay.
It's called Russian Circles. Yeah.
No, that's cool. Yeah. And that's unfortunately.
What up,
that's
Scotty?
All I got. There's Scotty.
Come on,
Wonder
Scotty.
where old Scotty was.
Dude, you're better than that, brother.
He woke up.
We call
from his nap.
we call it freedom circles here. Jay doesn't know any of the ancient Russian secrets of hockey. Yeah, that's true.
Although his tendencies may fare towards communists in some instances.
And cocks. Let's be honest. But anyway, yeah, that's cool. I'm excited. We should put that on like after the show.
Okay.
That should be numero uno.
All right.
In my mind. I don't know about you guys. I don't know what you guys think, but that's what I'm thinking. We'll take us a little B here, and come back with a soda speaking chip chat. Zonkman brought some sodas over a couple weeks ago from like one of our international markets. The last time I stopped, we were doing the intro to the show, and I stopped this track, so I wasn't able to hear this track. It sucks I'm having to do the same thing here because I like this track from Cheese Sandwich. But anyway,
Reginald.
I may not have loaded new commercials, but you guys can get over it, right?
Period commercial it is. I don't even know if that's in there.
We'll be right back in just a moment. So stay tuned and appreciate the continued support here on Grown Man Record Night. And if you got a Prime sub, what do you hate us? Hey, hit the like button. What do you hate us? Would it kill you to reach over and fucking click a button on a channel? Give me a break. Do it while we're gone. Do us a favor, will you?
Grown Man Record ought to be back in a minute. Stick around.
You know, a lot of people will tell you that drugs are cool and that everybody's doing them. But you know what? They're wrong. See, everybody's not doing drugs, and you don't have to try them to be cool. Look, I don't want to tell you how to live your life, But I am telling you that you don't have to do something you don't want to just to keep your friends happy. I mean, if that's the way they feel, then maybe they're not your friends. And maybe they're not as cool as you thought they were. This is how I feel. And if you think that makes me uncool, you're wrong.
For information, call 1-800-223-DARE.
Yeah, but that Joe, Sergeant Slaughter. He's joined the G.I. Joe team. So we're celebrating by giving away Sergeant Slaughter action figures. But you can't buy them in stores. You've got to earn them. Here's how.
Collect 5 Sergeant Slaughter certificates or call the number on the certificate, and Sergeant Slaughter will tell you how to get in on the action with only 4 certificates. There's a $1 handling charge. See details in specially marked packages.
G.I. Joe. Nobody takes on Cobras better than Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah!
Amazing Blue Star Ointment stops itching fast. Athlete's foot, jock itch, psoriasis, ringworm, scalp itch, stops corn and callus growth fast. Winter itch, dry cracked feet. The original. Ask for it.
Hey, you, listen here. I know you've been going to those burger places for lunch, and that ain't cool. You ain't been to Biscuitville for lunch. So the Big E's gonna have to club you. Now, take it easy, man. I want you to try Biscuitville Steak Club. It's big and it's tender, and it's loaded with lettuce, tomato, bacon, cheese, and pickle on a big old fluffy biscuit. And they have chicken and country ham clubs, too. And that's a whole lot better than some old burger. So come to Biscuitville, and everybody get clubbed. Oh.
Lord hath mercy. Zonkman's using the restroom. Oh, that's good times. Take it easy, man. I ain't gonna club you. Look at that burger, man. That thing's huge. We'll just go and do it. Boom.
So to speak.
Yeah. All right.
So to speak.
Let me kill this. Let me kill this chilada before we get some soda up in my mouth.
Tink, 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 tink. Tink wants some soda.
Who won marbles? Bill did, and fucking Zonkman predicted it, Scotty. I went to take a piss. This motherfucker predicted it, and it actually, I don't know, dude.
The power of the blood moon, Scotty. Do not deny. The power of the blood moon.
Scotty, you ever had these Bud Light chilada with tahini? Brother. There's no tomato juice in this because that would be ass. That tastes like fucking just salty, period. But this is a mango. Mango with Bud Light. It's got tahini in it. There's a pineapple one. There's a chili lime. I got it in one of those grocery carts where the manager said, you got to get this out of here before it goes out of date. I bought some of those. Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
I probably favored the mango out of the ones I tried, and I had to slow
It's up
down.
there, yeah, it's probably up there. All right, the beers are cashed. Sure.
Okay, yeah.
So for the soda, like I said, you went to like an international market we have like around here, right?
The world market.
The world is a market.
And a vampire. So we're going to go ahead and throw this out here. You say you know about this.
Correct.
Guarana. Antarctica.
Guarana.
The Brazilian original.
So guarana is in a lot of energy drinks.
Right.
And it's
a root, right?
Yeah, and
keeps the yang up?
Sure. No, it's not a yang. It's not a yanger. That's Yahimbe. This shit keep you hard. Name that movie.
No, I don't know. That's going to be a wizard right there.
Who knows it? Yahimbe. That shit keep you hard. But it was also in like a lot of those like those energy pills and stuff like Yellow Jackets and Stacker 2, stuff like that.
Okay.
Don't look at the chat. Don't look at the chat.
Okay.
Because Zonkman's never had it before, and so I know what it tastes like, and I love it. But I want to see what he thinks. What he thinks it tastes like.
Well, I think it tastes like.
I love it, but anyway,
it's making me think like just like a Sprite type of deal.
So it's
Sprite type of drink.
It's in a lot of the energy stuff, and that's the first time like America really started seeing guarana, and but like in South America, they've used it for like soda pops and stuff for a really long time.
Right? Yeah, they probably chew the root out when they're out in the Amazon for energy and stuff.
It's just been something that's going around. So you take a sip and you tell me what you think it tastes like.
Smells.
And this is the. I'll show the. I showed it.
Yeah. And what's funny is that like cherries on there or something.
I think that's
looky and smelly, kind of like a ginger ale, but maybe not.
You're right. It's not too far off of a ginger ale. That's fair. That's a fair. But the aftertaste is kind of something specific that everybody mentions, and Fred just mentioned it. It's what I was going to say. This one's not as pronounced as what I've had.
Right. I'm not feeling. I mean, like cotton ball aftertaste. I don't know what the
bubble gum.
I'm not feeling no bubble gum at the end of that.
It's very. It's the aftertaste.
So really, if you do like guarana, it's got a bubblegum aftertaste too most of the time.
Yeah.
They must have taken it out of this one.
Yeah, this is a little lower key. It's good. This is really good though. It's very ginger ale-y.
Right. I mean, not to. It seems more.
Yo, what's up, Tokyo?
Not to down talk it or anything, but it is kind of like more plain, bland. It's not even like ginger ale makes your nose fizz, kind of gives you a little pop. There's no pop in this. Maybe just from the energy from the guarana.
Yeah.
But then I get no bubble gum, so there's not any bubble gum flavor on the back end.
The Brazilian original. I want to say this is one we did one in a bottle that was like really bubble gum.
Like, yeah, a lot of times, bottles are better, but that just was in the can, so I snagged it. I mean, it's not bad, but it's kind of plain, and I probably wouldn't grab this again for anything.
I love them. I love any guarana soda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really do.
Unless that gives me like a real big perk of energy later on,
I don't know what.
Then I might be on top of that.
I don't know that the guarana. I don't know why it's in the energy shit. I don't know if it provides energy. I've never really looked at that. But what's up, Skinny?
Skinny Artist, what's up? Listen to that background cheese.
Yeah, it is. That's good stuff. Let's get into a little chip chat action.
Potato chips, how my mom does do potato chips, how my mom does do.
Excesso calorious. Excesso.
There's a lot of stuff on the chip, is what you're saying. Those are thick.
Papas.
Look at that.
Es delicioso.
Sting City. Excesso calorious. Shirley.
Sting City. I didn't know if it got hung up there for a second.
I got hung up for a second. So we're down to our final Jackson's chip sent from Ambry. The final chip from our pals up at Jackson. Shout out to those guys again. I mean, we've shouted them out a bunch, but the last of those 2 big boxes of chips they sent to the program, can't thank them enough. This is another sweet potato chip in avocado oil. It's a wavy cut chip. It is a ridged chip.
Ooh, ridged for her pleasure.
It's a cheddar and sour cream. Been really looking forward to this. That's an up there flavor for me. You a big cheddar sour cream guy?
Yeah.
I like that.
Like just old school, Ruffles.
Yeah, sure. Tanky.
That was also like a ridged.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ridge, cheddar and sour cream.
Ruffles have ridges.
What?
You can't ban somebody in rehab? Holy shit. By my calculations, those should have lasted 2 years. What, those boxes?
What is she talking about? This is grown man record night. What are you talking about, Miss You?
And I don't even eat chips during the week. That's just a weekend treat.
A weekend treat retreat.
No chips for this boy during the week.
Sweet tater.
I'm on that fucking program.
Zonk, I was eating Carolina barbecue Jacksons today with my lunch. So the Zonk man does not go by those rules.
So it's interesting because it's a ridged chip, like we mentioned, but it's almost like a kettled ridged chip. I guess because of the sweet potato.
Does it say it?
Back off. Back off.
Yes, it does say kettle cooked.
Kettle cooked and a ridge. Nobody's doing that. Like, nobody's doing that.
Oh, man.
Wow. I mean, I think at this point we kind of have to like at least consider Jackson's for a Chip of the Year award. The problem is I'm not going to know which one to put up there.
Right, this one's pushing that too.
Is this better than the Farmhouse
It's
Ranch?
pushing the Farmhouse Ranch. I feel like this is
I think those are the
that
two.
good.
For me, those are the two.
Yeah.
I don't know. The one last week was also good. The habanero nacho.
Yeah. It was a little subtle.
Yeah.
So that's why maybe this would be better than that habanero nacho.
Looks like a pork rind. What do you dip
It
in
ain't
them
no
in?
pork rind.
I don't know what I would dip these in at all, man. Like honestly, like.
Right, these don't really need a dip.
I
You
mean,
can still dip with them.
A French onion would be nice on this.
French
Sure.
onion. What about a dill dip?
Sure. The hella good bacon horseradish. Ever had that?
That sounds good. I'm gonna have to go. See, I've done the hella good
You can find
fried pickle.
You can find it in the
Dill.
Shitty Kitty.
Okay, so hella good horseradish. What bacon?
Bacon horseradish.
Bacon horseradish. No, Tink, what are you doing? He didn't want you to go back there. Tink just wants a chip.
Where you at, son?
Right here.
Sit down. Sit. Oh, boo! Everybody boo Tank. Boo! You suck. Sit down.
There you go. Only thing that got away was a little bit of the crunch.
Crunchy kitty. Yeah, when she misses balls and things I throw her and shit, I just boo her. Tell her she sucks. And then when she catches it, I clap really loud.
This is a thing. She's going looking at it, and I think it went my records. It's over there with the popcorn. That is something to mention about this chip, too. Maybe it's because of the wavy, the ridged, but how not all of them are kettle cooked, but they're not all hard chips. This is a very crispy chip.
But I think even by normal kettle standards, and that's what some of that is with the sweet potato, for sure. I love kettle chips, but some of them, man, they'll bust your fucking chompers out.
Right.
These have been pretty soft, comparatively speaking. But you still get that crunch. But when you start getting after it, the chip kind of goes away. It doesn't like you're not still sitting there like you're chomping up rocks and shit.
Right.
Does she mold when you do that? Yeah, she gets embarrassed. Tink gets embarrassed. That's what I'm trying to embarrass her so she does better the next time.
These are definitely A++.
Yeah.
And they're in the running with
top tier chip.
Yeah.
100% top tier chip. Again, Jackson's chips, I don't know what they're, dude, there's And I'm not super big on the whole, like, you know, the, oh my God, seed oils and all, whatever. I do plenty to kill myself 30 different ways. Seed oils is not at the top of my list. I mean, I do, you know, during the week I try to stay fairly healthy, but I'm not, you know.
Now, do I want to bring this up?
What is it?
It is on the Farmhouse Ranch also.
What's that?
Have you seen this?
The ingredient list?
It's beyond the ingredient list.
Okay, what is it?
Now, you know, like we usually, if you get that Lay's super whatever flavor that they put on there, they're fucking shellacking it with the spray.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of chemicals that go on that shit.
Sure.
Jackson's gets hit with a little warning here.
Oh.
To California consumers, P65 warning. This product can expose you to chemicals including acrylamide, these are words beyond the Zonk Man's vocabulary, which is known to the state of California to cause birth defects or other reproductive harm.
Hell
For more information, go to whatever, blah, blah, blah. Not to talk bad about Jackson's because all the chips have got shit. But they did have those, they did have that warning on this particular flavor.
Show's over.
What? Oh. The Zonk Man's talking shit about Jackson, so he can't.
What's up, Charlie?
We got to cut the stream.
I should have I used to have the Curb Your Enthusiasm credits loaded, and I could hit it on a hotkey. Everything causes health issues in California. That's fair. That's fair.
Living in California causes health issues.
Yeah,
to Californians. Sure. It's called fires and earthquakes, motherfuckers. Get the fuck out while you still can.
Learn to swim.
Stay in your lifeboats, people. It's murder out there. It's murder out there. Sharks patrol these waters.
Baby Shark. I don't know the tune.
Oh man, hey, dude, I have the record store day 45 because I got it for the grandson.
Really? Wow.
Big in Baby Shark at that time, like 2019. All about it. Don't have to bring it up so much now.
I would own a Baby Shark 45. Sure.
You know I got no shame in my game. Come up here with Lady Gaga and Janet Jackson records.
I meant to tell you to play that Lady Gaga last week.
Oh yeah, we didn't because it was like show tunes and crooner shit.
I want two of what Zonk's on.
Who's that? The Wiz?
Charlie.
Oh, Charlie. Yonda.
All right, we're going back over to Twitch to play a couple of record albums. You guys with us? Yeah?
Yeah, just head on over yonder.
Before you leave, smash that fucking like button. Appreciate you guys. It's been a lot of fun tonight. Doing the damn thing. We ain't done yet. We're going to play some records. So, yeah, jump on over to Twitch. Twitch.tv/GrownManRecordNight. That's the URL, or Universal Resource Locator, if you will. Will you? I don't care.
I'm all thumbs.
We'll see you over there. Appreciate you.